Hello friends, this is Vedic Astrology by Rani and I'm here to talk about for the predictions for the month of June as we want to see what's happening in the world, and I will try to talk about how it will reflect people individually also. Before we get started, I want to apologize that I was not able to do the predictions for the month of May because I was really busy and I just didn't have a chance. And for now, can you please remember to subscribe below? And remember to leave me comments here and not in my inbox, because I rarely get to see the comments there due to very busy schedule. So here we go. So let's talk about what is in store for us. On June 6th, we have a new moon which is called Amavasya in Sanskrit, which means darkness. New moon is usually coming out of the darkness. So the new moon Amavasya, which is indicates time of new beginnings. Something to also be of mindful at this time is when that happens is that it's not just the beginning of a new cycle, it's also the ending of what was happening before. And it's not like a very rare phenomena. It happens every month. So but every time there are different themes of the new beginning while we end the previous chapters. They may be smaller or they may be bigger at the world stage. I'm sorry that I'm having a little cough issue, so bear with me. Okay. So, when the moon is new, it's new moon, we lose our ability to see the reflected light that illuminates what needs to be seen. I'm talking about just prior to the new moon. Only if we build relationship with the darkness when that's happening, we can move forward. Why? Because in the darkness we only can see and feel our own existence, not what's going on around you. When we recognize who we are, then we are able to give to the world the best of us, not just anything that we feel from time to time. So during the new moon, it allows our awareness to cleanse and reset your emotional body. It's an ideal for new seeds of doing the new things. For example, even literally, you want to grow the crops, and it's time to season to seed some new crop. And new moon is actually a great day, and few days thereafter. For today's time, it means that political leaders of the world need to extend a hand of discussion and understanding to the so-called hidden war, initiating groups so that the somewhat peaceful path to actual tranquility can be achieved. Only and only then the full advantage of this can be taken further to improve the existence of human beings. Now, June 6th moon also will be happening at the exact same degree like Venus, which is at 22 degrees of Taurus, creating further difficulties for the world and the relationship among the leaders. And of course, at individual levels, it will be same for all of us. So we need to be careful. June 6th is another day that I think things will get a little bit more hotter on the world stage among the countries. And so you can see that peace at this time, while it has been actually disturbed, this will be the time that we got to really think to how to fix this problem on the world stage or in our personal relationships. So having said that, let's see what else may be happening this month. I want to tell you first, Taurus and Aquarius signs are going to be the heaviest planets, because they will be carrying the burden of many planets, as I will be discussing below. Let's see the Uranus first of all. It takes about 80 years to go through all zodiac signs, so it's a very slow moving planets. In 1941, planet Uranus was in the sign of Aries, and it's now on June 1st it's entering in the sign of Taurus. That is a very big event. It's actually a very big event. So before I go with that, I just want to give you some examples why astrologers call it a big event. If you go back in the history around, let's say 1941, um, that Pearl Harbor bombing took place when Uranus was in that sign, and that World War II also happened that year. In addition to the Uranus, at this time, Jupiter was at that time. Jupiter was also there with Uranus to expand things. Jupiter, whatever it touches, it expands things. So that's why it was such a huge level that things happen at that time. So for now, even though I'm doing the horoscope for June, but those two planets will remain together for the rest of the 2024 and actually all the way until 2025. Now you can imagine the impact of Uranus while Jupiter is there until May 2025. Folks, fasten your seat belts and get to the ध्यान लगा लो, मेडिटेशन कर लो कि ऊपर वाला ही अब तो हमारे साथ होना चाहिए. और we all have to understand the peace can be achieved by each one of on one of us, one person at a time. If each of us decided not to spread anger and violence, then the world can be a better place. Moving forward, the war situation is going to be continue on a very volatile situation, and so will be same like stock market will be. It's going to be stock market, those who invest, is going to be up and then down and then up and down. So I cannot tell you, hey, you can invest in this time or that time. Just be watchful, invest in long-term stocks. Try to stay away from the fizzling out small companies where you don't know what may happen to them, because the planets are kind of going to be in a very that kind of thing where it will go up and down. But folks, you don't have to panic actually, because if you do your homework when you invest in the stock market, you know now that it's going to be bouncing around. So investing in the stable stocks is a long-term stocks will be a smarter thing to do. But keep in mind, only a professional expert in the stock market can give you guidance, because even astrology cannot give you guidance at this time because it is so going to be volatile. Next planet. Let's talk about the next planet and its impact. Saturn has been its own sign in Aquarius for quite a while. By being its smooth trichon sign, it makes it a very strong planet. So this one strong planet, Saturn, is aspecting another strong planet, Mars. It creates a good situation in many ways, especially for the leaders and people who need the willpower, courage to become a go-getter. All our leaders need to use this power and become the go-getter. Go get the peaceful discussions so that this war can be diffused out in your personal life. Wherever Saturn and Mars are placed and they are aspecting, having this aspect, those are the areas you will see you can utilize the willpower and become a go-getter to achieve your successes in those areas. But keep in mind that if in your birth chart you have ill-placed a Mars or Saturn, then you may end up feel like becoming angry and frustrated and pick the fights. But that's why knowledge is power. Astrology is not about just predicting future. It tells us which direction planets want you to go, or learn to not to go there. So you guys can just take a deep breath. If you have ill-placed Mars in your chart, try not to get carried away in your angry fits, so that you don't destroy the areas of life where Mars is looking at aspecting, or where it's sitting. Let's see. The terrorism will be brought on to by those kinds of people with their charts where there's a Mars maybe have a bad aspects on it, because then they're misusing those courage, willpower and energies in a wrong way to create violence instead of using it to their benefit. Now let's talk about another major things that are happening at the end of this month, which is Saturn. On June 29, it's going to go still on that day, because it's going to go retrograde. When a planet is going retrograde, about to go retrograde, it's like you want to reverse your car. Now you're not talking, carrying chats with the people around you, or fiddling with your radio. You're just focusing. Okay, I want to look back. I want to look further. I want to look. You're very careful. So the Similarly, Saturn becomes very cautious, very rather strong planet at that time, and good, bad, or ugly, that it's going to be very strong. How it's going to be good, bad, or ugly? We are talking about its impact in the chart. If you have a Saturn in your fourth house of home, um, and on that day, you just need to be cautious in a home environment. Don't try to be too strong with your family members or with your mother and pick fights with your family member. So, especially now, those of you who have any planets in your birth chart at 25 degrees of Aries, Aquarius, that they may face they may find it difficult times for you in those areas of life where these signs are placed. So which signs are those? Aries and Aquarius, wherever they are in your chart, those were the areas you may have faced difficulties. So take a deep breath, calm down to solve the find the solutions. Now Saturn will also be aspect in the sign of Scorpio. Saturn being in its own on the own sign of Aquarius, which is a sign of humanitarian, leads to one thing, that leaders around the world will be facing the time to pay back karma. Okay, if they have been in a corrupt ways to think they can get away with the murder, no, they won't be able to. It's time they will be suffer. It can harm their own leadership positions, and if they have been doing good, and if it's election time in their respective country, they will be winning then. So it's a time for what goes around comes around, or whatever you sow, you shall get that back. So we all need to remember that, not to do the bad karma, because we all have to pay for that, right? So that's, yes, the leaders will be facing very, very heavy responsibilities, to stay the least. Their plate will be really full. And then expect big changes on the global platform around these leaders, especially like USA or India, which I mostly talk about because I am familiar with their birth charts, and I cannot be talking about every country in the world. It's impossible. So my focus usually is India and USA. So those two countries, maybe others too, they will have heavy burden of trying to find a way how to protect their countries from this war, or how to not to get sucked into the war situation. So let's see. Now, moving forward, the Aquarius planet, Aquarius sign will be playing a silent but bigger role, because this sign, it wants humanitarian. It creates a humanitarian energy. So we all need to realize that's the goal where this universe wants us to go towards humanitarian way of doing. Leaderships need to know that. People in personal life need to know that. If they don't, then keep facing these hardships of violence, war, and frustration. I say that also because, again, in this time of June, Taurus is heavily crowded with so many planets, and a lot is going on the scene. Taurus represents what? Earth, right? So under the earth, there will be a lot of vibrations. A lot will be rumbling, will be happening, and I believe that there will be we will be facing some earthquakes too. More probably late into June or in all the way into July. So get ready, folks. Have your emergency supplies too. I'm sorry to deliver the bad news, and that also means that all the leaders also are silently or verbally trying behind the scenes to find a way to have peace. Will they succeed? We'll find out. We just need to be patient. All of us, the leaders, need to be patient. People need to be patient, so that a tranquility, the goal for everybody is, there will need to be how to achieve peace and tranquility. If they don't become selfish, they will be on a better path. Now, Saturn in the 11th house, and Mars being in Aries, resulting in Pisces. So what happens? 11th house, Saturn. Mars in Aries, in the Aries. In between sign is what? Pisces, right? So it's creating a Papa Karthari yoga for the sign of Aries. Papa Kartarim is the two malefic planets, and you are sandwiched in between them. So you have the heat from this side, you have the heat from that side. That's a very difficult for the people with the sign of Pisces, or wherever in your chart that place of your chart will have to take the heat. Have patience, this shall pass too. And those countries where the Pisces sign is placed, they will be also dealing with lot of heat building up in those areas of their country. Uh, so like I said, where is Pisces in your chart is also makes a big difference. You will feel like you're kind of stuck in that area of your life. Let's say that Pisces is placed in your 10th house. So you might feel like you have a job which neither you can leave nor you like to stay because it's miserable. Somehow things are not working out. Everybody's giving you a hard time. And you feel, oh my God, you will be like, I want to get out of this job. But you may have a contract, or you may not be able to afford to take that chance of leaving the job, but you're miserable. So, folks, this shall pass too. Don't rush. Don't have patience, okay? Or let's assume that it is placed in your 4th house. That's your Pisces sign. You will have the similar things in your home. You can't leave your family. You have a lot of fights in the house. Mother is a lot of issues are facing, or she is causing the issues, or she is facing. The peace is disturbed. Folks, have patience. This shall pass too. Okay. On the similar things will be happening on the world stage with the politicians. Wherever in those countries, like I said earlier, Pisces is sitting, that is the area of the light the presidents of that country will have to heavily deal with. So for USA, I'll just give you an example. They have Pisces in the 4th house. So their homeland country will have lots and lots of issues. For example, they may not be able to find a solution for the real estate, for example, okay? Because remember, there is the aspect of Saturn. So I will specifically talk about real estate in USA. They will have this situation whereby all the new houses getting built up, they cannot sell it, okay, because people don't have that kind of money to pay for the houses. Now what do the builders do? Their money is stuck, okay? So when the money is stuck, you're frustrated and you're miserable then, because you can't afford to lose all your investment. So but this is not a permanent situation. This will clear in time. Now some people are going to tell me here in LA, oh look, in LA houses are selling like crazy. Yes, it's a metro city, but it's not entire USA. I'm talking about a general picture of USA. In most places it's going to be like that. So moving forward, it's how long it will go, this kind of particular situation? Just about July 12th, actually, when the Mars will leave the sign of Aries and the Pisces sign. We can have a little relief. All the people that I talked about Pisces sign, Papa Katha Yoga, this is effective until July 12th. So then let's talk about the Sun. Sun will join Mercury, which is a good situation because Mercury is not hemmed between Earth and Sun. Usually when the Mercury retrograde happens, Mercury is hemmed between Earth and Sun. Now this situation, when it's not hemmed, it will help initiating encouraging and positive communication between the global leaders. Now don't expect miracles, because remember we talked about other planets effects too, so it will be a good start. So how will it affect you? Yes, wherever the Mercury Sun situation is happening in your chart, you will see that and the good signs of communications to improve your situation, relationships, or whatever else may be happening. It will help you. So this is another positive indication that if those who are go-getter, in addition to other planetary conditions, it's time that you need to go after your dreams instead of wasting your energy by fighting with the people around you. So it's actually a good situation and good signs for you. Now with these planets, we all know what situation is in the universe, especially in USA. There have been a lot of chaos, people having protest, and there is unrest in USA on those places. But so this current situation will find the truth and the crazy status quo is on its way to find the healing process. That's a very good news. It may say very a good month also for students who are into learning, particularly if they are students of arts and music, anything artistic, and that will going to benefit them. Now let's talk about Jupiter, Pluto, and Ketu. They are in the grand trine, indicating that it's a good time for you to get your projects going with their full speeds. Remember those students also, it's time they can start give up their unrest and protest and all that, because it's destructive and the planets are here to help you to get out of that. And so you should be able to, if you're a student, to go with your go chase your dreams of learning education for which you are in the university. It will also help the government leaders around the world to go after that energy and get the get your goals in initiating conversation with the other leaders of the world, so that we can go away from the slowly and slowly go away from the violence and wars and more closer to peaceful situations. Now, Mercury, Venus, and Jupiter will be gathering in the sign of Taurus, creating a very good yoga. Remember, in the beginning, I may have said that Taurus is going to be very heavy sign this month. Okay, that's because of so many heavy planets there. It creates a Saraswati related yoga, and it will be bestowing upon the learning to those who are in that category. If you are into music, I am, so hopefully it will help me. And in any form of art, artistic people will get the help, so it's going to be good. This will be effective from May 31 to June 12. This yoga ends on June 12 because Venus moves into the sign of Gemini, so it will be out of Taurus. I do have another concern that even though Venus and Jupiter are independently, actually they're very highly benefic planets, but they don't like each other. So when they're together, uh, like I said, that creates, like there are two scholars in a room. Okay, one is expert in let's say chemistry science, and the other one is an expert in Vedic sciences. Now they have opposing views, they both are excellent, right? So there will be some issues among the opposing views, because of the planets Jupiter and Venus being together. So this will be for several months. Because of these two opposing nature planets, there will be several fights. They will be the cause of the several fights, because everybody, like the bad guys who are hidden and they're causing the fights, they have their own opinion. They think they're right, and the good guys, good leaders are right, and also. So there will be issues. The opposing theory situations will fuel to some problems also. This kind of opposing fight spirits will be seen in the elections in the United States also, and maybe in India, other countries like India also, whereby everybody trying to claim their superiority, they will end up initiating fights. Now, all these people with authority, they are going to be very, very stubborn. Why I say that? In their belief system. In addition to Jupiter, Venus opposing nature and their intellectual types, even now, they're not willing to give their way. Then, because they're in Taurus, Taurus is Earth sign. It's a very stubborn sign. You must have heard. It's a bull actually, and the bull doesn't want to move. It says, that's it, I said it, and that's how it's going to be. So now, that's another problem we are going to be facing this month. So now, Venus and Sun are going to be at the same degree also. God, which means that it's going to bring us to a pattern of stock market, making it also go up and down and up and down. I can't even tell you when to invest money, because it's just too quickly goes up, and then any astrologer will try to predict that. They're not honest. Okay. On the other hand, Venus being also at the same degree of Sun, this means that it will create difficulties, which means it will continue to remain at a difficult angle on the global map for world relationships, or in your personal chart. Now, what is the good thing for this Venus is that the degree situation is that during this period it does give us good wealth. Now, I know people are going to say if the Venus is bad or is it good? Yes, it's bad because it's sitting stuck with the Jupiter because it says I'm superior, not Jupiter. So they're kind of creating that energy. But Venus nature, what is the nature? It's a benefic planet. It's going to give us the wherever it's placed in your chart, it's going to give us beauty, wealth, luxurious things. If you those who don't have it, this time period will be giving those gifts to people and even to the world leaders in the world. There will be those kind of positive things happening to the world on the world stage. Also, world leader may be able to enjoy those a few gifts. And now, last but not least, now Mars will be entering in Aries in Aries sign from June 1 to July 12th. I have been talking before about Mars impacts. This is the period, folks. June 1 through July 12, people with the charts from well placed Mars, they will have this good energy on their hands to go after your dreams, put all your energy, work hard. And if you feel like anger is coming, stay away from it, because then you will destroy the good energy and wake up the bad element of Mars, and then just waste all this one into fights and the protests and all and what have you. So you need to be careful, just to make sure you use a lot of courage. Use it in like good military people who are on the good side of the war. I know who's going to decide that, but good side of war is the one where we want to protect the. We are not those who don't initiate the war, don't go attack without for any reason. They are bad energy. So military on the good side of the war will be able to use this energy, be it in Ukraine, be it in Israel, or anywhere else. So people just should take advantage of this sheer energy in a good way, and I will suggest to the leaders also, they need to also use this energy in a better way to benefit their homeland and country and the world, and to bring the peace. With that, I will end this session.